Welcome back to MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things Magic. It is Build a Deck Tuesday, and in today's video, the community will decide once again about our next featured Oathbreaker. What's up, MTG BC? That is the MTG Burgeoning community. You are back, you are here, you are ready to select our next Oathbreaker. The fate of the deck is in the hands of the community, and the community has made some wonderful choices in the previous selection processes. If you missed any of those previous series, you can click the links in the description below, and you can relive the magic. This series began with the shuffling of 25 planeswalkers into one pile and 5 random planeswalkers selected each time. The community selected an Oathbreaker and we built a deck around it. We've done that 4 times. We're down to our very last 5 planeswalkers from that original pool of 25. So a very small shuffle. We're going to put down our 5 options. The community will select our 5th Oathbreaker, and then shortly thereafter, the community will decide the signature spell, and then together we will build the channel's 5th Oathbreaker deck. Alright, now that everyone's brought up to speed, of course you can check again to relive the magic by clicking any of the links in the description below. MTGBC, option number 1 is Serra the Benevolent. Greatest artwork ever. We have a mono white planeswalker, 2 and 2 white. She ETBs with 4 loyalty counters. We can +2 Serra, and creatures we control with flying get +1/+1 until the end of turn. We can -3 Serra to create a Serra Angel creature token, which is a 4/4 white angel with flying and vigilance. And if we're lucky enough to get to 6, we take off 6 loyalty counters in order to get an emblem that reads, if we control a creature, damage that would reduce our life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. So initially, of course, you look at Serra the Benevolent in an Oathbreaker deck and you think mono white angels. That is a route that we could definitely take. You can throw some birds in there. This could be an all-flying deck. Serra the Benevolent is option number 1. And I do know that out there in the MTGBC, there are a number of Angel fans. So the other 4 options, it's up to them to bring some kind of heat to make the selection process a little more difficult. Option number 2 is Jeska, Thrice Reborn. 2 and a red. She's a planeswalker that has 0 loyalty counters on her. However, she will enter the battlefield with a loyalty counter on it for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. So, Jeska, on her initial cast, she'll come in with 1 loyalty counter. She has 2 other abilities, a 0 ability that says choose target creature, and until your next turn, if that creature would deal combat damage to an opponent, it deals triple that damage to that player instead. And the -X ability is she deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. So with Jeska Thrice Reborn, we are looking to most likely have some big ol' hasty, tramply, double strikey creatures to get her out into play, and hopefully protect the creature by letting it go into combat with triple the damage. That's one way that you can do Jeska. However, there are some, let's say, additional warped ways and very deranged ways that you can build around Jeska Thrice Reborn. That will be left up to the community to decide. Option number 3 is Oko, Thief of Crowns, the oh so infamous Oko. 1 green and a blue. He comes into play with 4 loyalty counters. +2, we create a food token. +1, target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3. Finally, -5, exchange control of target artifact or creature we control and target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. Oko's reputation precedes him due to his power level and the number of places he's been banned. So, that is option number 3 for the MTG BC. Option 4 is Saheeli Rai, OG Saheeli, all the way back from Kaladesh. 1 blue and a red, she ETBs with 3 loyalty counters. +1, we get to scry 1 and deal 1 damage to each opponent. -2, we create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature we control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. That token gains haste, and then we exile it at the beginning of the next end step. And if we're fortunate enough to do the Big Bang ability of Ms. Saheeli Rai, then we search our library for up to 3 artifact cards with different names, put them onto the battlefield, and then shuffle our library. A lot of different paths we can take by selecting Saheeli Rai, most of which will portend to be a heavy artifact build. Saheeli Rai, OG Saheeli, is option number 4, and our 5th and final option from our original 25 card pool of Planeswalkers, that is Sorin Grim Nemesis. 4 white and a black. He comes into play with 6 loyalty counters. +1, we reveal the top card of our library and put that card into our hand, and each opponent loses life equal to its converted mana cost. We can -X Sorin Grim Nemesis and deal X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and we gain X life. And if we get to the Big Bang, we take off 9 loyalty counters, and we create a number of 1/1 black Vampire Knight creature tokens with lifelink, equal to the highest life total among all players. So many options here with Sorin and Orzhov build, going aristocrats, going life gain, going vampires, maybe doing all 3. Wow, this is a very challenging set of planeswalkers for the MTG BC to decide who our 5th Oathbreaker will be. Is it Mono White Sarah, Mono Red Jeska, Simic Oko? Is it Saheeli or Orzhov Sorin? The choice is up to you. This is MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things magic.